Welcome to League of Lit, where we discuss books, adaptations, and anything else we wish to talk about and tie it back to lit because we can. And this is the 11th episode of our re-review of Jules and Monty because it turns 10 this year. And we are getting into the more actiony kind of things. We're out of the lovey-dovey kind of ish, but not fully. Because in episode 10 we got to see Mercutio slain as well as Tybalt, but not fully slain, but slain in the sense of the battles of, fraternity houses. No actual death happened. So let's hop into episode 11 and see, because at the end of episode 10, we did not know what was going to happen to Romeo. And we just knew that he had to, flee the scene.
Now, episode 11 is pretty short, but it focuses mostly on Nancy and Jules, starting with Jules. Beginning of this, we get Jules in bed. She's giving the cut Romeo into little stars, and when he shall die, he shall make the face of heaven so fine. It's a really beautiful moment, and them being able to just get Imogen in bed, kind of having this moment with herself. And I love that her first thought is, I should record this. It's definitely kind of a showing of the digital age that we live in that's like, yeah, no, I should get this on tape.
And now we get Cliff kind of barging in a way, but he, is banging on the door, insisting that the door be opened, and you can tell that something is wrong.
Now, of course, we as the audience know what's just happened at the Kappa Mu Tau Gamma party, and Jules does not. Which is fine because, during her beautiful, lovely moment by herself, there's this aggressive knock on the door. We hear Cliff's voice, and I really appreciate the choice that they made here to have Jules knock the camera off the bed. It's a kind of glitch. She gets up. It still glitches as she's fixing it, which kind of gives us a really good moment of sort of the harrowing experience that they're all about to go through.
And Nancy is just kind of flung at her. We get this is where some of the genius of the editing of the way that this is done, it's just another level of production value that the Jules and Monty team just had, where it's you can hear it in the sound design of the glitches. You can see the physical camera glitches because all of a sudden, with Nancy being flung at Jules, the camera gets dropped because Jules had it in her hand, and it just kind of, now we're at this weird floor angle, and it just, we're getting the glitches. It's a cool effect, and it adds to the severity and the weight of what is happening right now.
Although the episode might be short, I really think that the impact is great in that we get all of the information from Nancy. We get really very much a quick download of what's happened, what she's aware of what has happened. And then we get just really the ending where Jules is very emotional, laying on her bed, just crying in front of the camera because she really genuinely has no idea exactly what's going on. But she does know that the man that she loves is out there essentially being hunted by her brother and his friends. And that is enough for Jules.
So Nancy shares what happened at the party, and this is another moment where you get to see the level of friendship that they have, and it's clearly very strongly built. We have gotten, bits and pieces here and there that tell us that, they've known each other for forever. But this is a moment that I think truly displays that level of friendship for the backstory that they have built for these characters in this modern day setting. And, naturally, Jules is concerned about Monty because she has no idea what's going on, but she's being told that all these things happened. And I mean, Nancy understandably is concerned about Ty. But at the same time, Nancy can put aside the fact that she saw Monty wail on Ty and, send him to the hospital. But she can put that aside for a moment because she cares more about Jules. And to put Jules' mind at ease, she goes out to find Monty.
I think this episode as well is kind of a turning point for Nancy and Jules, and we'll see that more as the episodes continue to move forward. in not really a bad way, but just really a way that shows you that they're growing up, that things change and friendships evolve and don't have to end, but just change with what's happening in your life. So that was episode 11. It's going to be getting really, really into the nitty gritty. It's going to be getting really into the emotional. And can't wait to continue it with you guys. Later.
Thanks for tuning in to this very special edition of League of Lit.
Make sure that you follow us at League of Lit Podcast on Instagram and League of Lit Pod on TikTok.
If you have any suggestions for an episode, feel free to leave a comment at leagueoflit.tumblr.com.